because I was talking to Jane. Remember her last summer, I think it was?
Hey, there's
anyway,
Jim.
She told me.
Think we should tell him now?
No, wait a bit. Wait till we're sure.
Just can't let the guy finish the supper, can you?
Be no fun in that. But, so how's it going anyway, Jim?
Not bad. How's everything, Bill?
Everything's okay.
All right.
So what'll it be?
I guess $10 will do it.
Hey, Bill, you gonna have a party?
Or maybe we might. I got 3 days off, and we had to celebrate something.
Like what? You got a raise?
Oh, that's a good idea. Want to pass it on to my boss?
What are you gonna celebrate?
We'll think of something. Fact is, maybe we already did.
Like what?
Oh, maybe I'll tell you later, Jim.
Thanks, Bill. I can wait so long as you say something for me.
Hello there, Mom. It's a nice day, isn't it?
Lovely.
So how's the garden
Oh,
this year?
fine,
Yes.
fine, yes. Yes, good, nice. Yeah.
Hey, Mom.
Hi. Did you tell him what we think?
Yeah, she told me. I sure hope she's right. Hope you're both right. Fact, even got a name from already.
Now just hang on a bit. How do you know it's gonna
I've
be
been thinking, since Mary told me, we should name him Peter, after Mary's dad.
Why, Bill, it's...
Only 'cause he was best damn hockey player around here, you understand. And other than that, I'd never think of using a name from that side of the family.
That's all very nice, Mr. Two-Feather. I don't see why you want to call your daughter Peter and have her become a hockey player.
Daughter?
Ma's, pretty sure it's gonna be a girl, Bill. I was gonna tell you later when you were sitting down.
A girl? Ma, how can you tell? Can you be sure?
When you're as old as I am, you'll be able to tell a lot of things.
A girl, eh? No reason girls can't play hockey. I wonder where those little skates are.
No, just hang on a bit. Don't you think you're, rushing things?
What do you mean?
It's spring. No ice, remember?
Come on, I have stew on.
Gotta have a beer first, and Mom. Gotta do a little celebrating tonight. Never get news like that every day, right?
I don't think I will, Bill. You go ahead.
Why not? How come? What's wrong? You feeling okay?
Oh, yeah, I'm just fine. It's just that, well, I don't think it would be right.
I don't get it. Right for what?
Well, I'd rather know more about being pregnant. There are some things you're not supposed to eat. You know.
You don't eat beer.
I know you don't eat beer.
Well, one beer is not gonna hurt.
No, thanks. You have one. Go ahead. But I think it would be best if I waited to talk to Josie tomorrow.
Okay. But I've never heard that a couple of beers will hurt anything. But if that's the way you feel, that's okay with me. I hope that nurse straightens it out, though, 'cause John and Louis are coming over tomorrow, and I sure plan to celebrate. Aw, have a beer.
You know, I just never drink the stuff. Anyway, I'll keep Mary company.
Women. And I'm gonna have a daughter. I wonder if she'll play forward or defense.
Now this time, for heaven's sakes, no hockey, you hear? Hi, Jean, how's everything?
Don't need to worry about hockey now. Ice is long gone.
He doesn't need ice. He twisted his playing hockey on the road the other day. It'll hurt a whole lot more if we don't stay off of it. Okay, out of here now. So, Jean, I'm through. How is everything?
Not bad. Pretty good, in fact.
Ed okay?
Oh, it's fine. He's back at the mill. Starts on Monday. And it looks like they're going to be going for quite a while this time.
Glad to hear that. How is this small one? She sure looks a lot better than she did last time. She is a better color. Is her temperature normal?
Yes, for a couple of days now.
Hello, Josie.
Be with you in a minute, Mary. Well, young lady, looks to me as if that infection has left you for good now. You can stop giving her that amoxil suspension, Jean. She's fine now.
What about eating? Does she still have to...
Oh, no. She can eat anything now. She's back to normal.
Did you hear that? You're all okay now. Thank you, Jean. Talk to you soon.
Josie Goodleaf here.
Do you know what she had? Some bug in her stomach. She couldn't seem to keep anything down. So Josie described everything to Dr. Montour, and he seemed to figure out that everything was okay. We thought for a while that we'd have to take her in. But she began to feel better, so everything turned out okay.
The problems of being a mother, eh?
Yeah. But where would we be without mothers, right? And children, of course.
True.
You and Bill ever think about having a family, Mary? Not that it's any of my business, but I've never been able to mind my own affairs.
Mary, if you want to talk to me, you'll have to do it now. It seems I have to go out in half an hour or so.
I'll get out of your way. Talk to you soon, Mary. And thanks again, Josie. I feel much better.
See you soon, Jean. Bye, Jean. How's Bill?
Oh, he's just great. He told me to tell you hello.
And your ma? Seems to me she gets younger every time I see her.
Yeah, we're all well. No problems.
No problems?
Well, not exactly. I mean, I don't think I exactly have what you call a problem.
Well?
It looks as though, Ma and me think that maybe I'm pregnant.
I'm happy to hear that. Certainly doesn't sound like a problem to me. Or is it?
Oh, no, nothing no problems at all. At least I don't think so. I guess the biggest problem is that neither of us have been pregnant before. Oh, you know what I mean.
I wonder what Bill would do if anyone told him he was pregnant. Anyway, tell me when you had your last menstrual period.
Oh, about 2 months ago, the end of February. And I'm regular. So?
How are you feeling, in general, I mean?
Oh, fine. In fact, I feel great. Bill is sure it's gonna be a boy. A star hockey player, of course. Ma, on the other hand, predicted a girl, and she's almost never wrong about those things.
Most of our elders know a lot more than we give them credit for nowadays. I'd side with your ma. Well, boy or girl, it won't take us long to prove whether you're pregnant or not. I can do a special urine test. For now, I'll get your weight and take your blood pressure. I'll just get your story down on paper here. Have you ever been pregnant before?
No.
Got your file here. Measles, chicken pox, no operations, no other diseases. What about family history? How did your dad die?
Accident, logging accident. He drowned.
And your mom? Is she still healthy?
She's okay. She's living up north now.
Neither of them had problems with alcohol?
Not much. Dad used to let fly sometimes, but he was never an alcoholic. And Ma, she still likes the odd drink, but no problems.
Okay. Come on, we'll get your weight. What about you? Do you drink?
Sometimes. I like to keep Bill company. In fact, Bill and I are going to celebrate tonight. We got a couple of friends coming by. It's a good excuse for a party.
No, it isn't. It's a very bad excuse to have a drink right now.
What?
Mary, you know the old saying that for 9 months you're eating for 2. That what you eat one way or another is what the baby eats. Well, it's just the same for a drink. You have a beer, and your baby has a beer too.
But I didn't think alcohol ever got to the baby.
Well, it does, and it can do some really awful things.
What do you mean, awful things?
Alcohol taken during pregnancy by the mother can affect the fetus, and those effects will last the rest of the baby's lifetime. Doctors call it Fetal Alcohol Syndrome, FAS for short.
I've never heard of it.
It's one of those stupid things. No, stupid's the wrong word. Sad's a better word. The possibility that drinking during pregnancy can harm the fetus has been known by our people and others for centuries. But somehow it got forgotten until recently, and now it's being rediscovered. And it's a darn good thing it has. See, look here. It's kind of simple version of what happens, but it gives you the idea. This is the placenta. This is where the mother's blood supply meets the baby's blood supply. Any nutrients or poisons in a mother's system cross the placenta and enter the baby's system.
Yes, I've always known that. But I thought alcohol kind of got filtered out somehow. But even if it doesn't, what does it do?
No, alcohol does not get filtered out. I'll show you. Here's a picture of a 6-year-old. Now, his mother was a known drinker. Look at his features, his eyes, ears. Look at his mouth and teeth. And now, in this picture, you can see that the head is a little smaller than normal. Sometimes in a severe case, the heart is affected. It's not very pleasant to think about.
Oh, this is awful. I had no idea.
Trouble is, that's not all. What the photos can't show is often the brain is affected, actually reduced in size. So naturally, the child is slow in learning. They may be very difficult babies or have behavior problems when older. But before we get ourselves all sad and depressed, let me tell you the good thing about fetal alcohol syndrome. It is totally preventable. In fact, it's the most easily avoidable type of retardation there is. All you have to do is not drink while carrying the baby, and a baby won't have it.
But I've seen pregnant girls drink before and it didn't seem to harm their babies.
Sometimes the effects are not so obvious. They could show up in school where you don't see it. They could be slow learners or may have poor eyesight, as well as being weaker and smaller in size. You know what alcohol does to an adult, even if they've just had a few. Just think of what it does to that tiny baby growing inside of you. The alcohol is most certain to affect the baby's mind, as well as its body. The crazy thing is you can't predict. Nobody can. The only foolproof way to avoid the problem is not to drink at all.
Surely 1 or 2 beers can't hurt. Anyways, you were talking about that this child's mother was a heavy drinker. Besides, he doesn't look Indian to me.
Indian? That has nothing to do with it. This happens all over the world. The color of your skin doesn't matter. As far as the amount his mother drank is concerned, that's not important. I'm told there's still a lot of research to be done. And the one thing they don't have the answer to is how much is too much. But if it turns out that one drink is too much, then the only way to avoid the problem is not to drink at all if you think you might be pregnant.
Boy, I don't think Bill is going to be too happy about this.
Just tell him to think of what life will be like a few years down the road. As a parent, I mean. Hello? I'm just leaving. I'll be right there. Listen, Mary, when you go into town to see the doctor, he'll tell you the same thing.
No, don't misunderstand. I believe you. It's just Bill I'm worried about right now.
It shouldn't hurt him if you don't have a drink for the next few months, should it?
You're right. If I have trouble, I'll bring him to you.
I'll tell him. Mary, read this over. I want to see you on Monday, and you can ask me any questions then. And don't forget to bring your first morning urine specimen so I can test it.
So she didn't tell you if it's going to be a boy or a girl, huh?
Oh, Bill, I didn't even ask her. In fact, all we seemed to talk about was my not drinking.
Well, I still don't see what the big deal is about having a few beers. She's the kind that just doesn't want to see anyone have fun. That's what I think it is.
No, that's not what it is. If you just shut that thing off over there, maybe I could explain to you.
Okay, but make it good.
Well, she showed me these pictures, see?
Yeah.
Of a little boy, maybe 5 or 6 years old. Oh, and it was really sad. Like, you should have seen his face. His eyes were small, one kind of drooped, and his upper lip was really thin. But the saddest thing was that his head was small. And when I looked at the drawing she had, his brain was small. You could just imagine what that would mean.
Well, how does anyone know that drinking will do that to a baby?
She says there's a lot of research going on, but the child in the pictures was a son of a mother who they knew did drink.
You see, you're probably an alcoholic. All I'm talking was a few beers. Few beers wouldn't do any harm. Besides, you're not an alcoholic.
The nurse says that they don't know everything yet, but she did say that there's one sure way we could protect our baby.
Yeah?
Nurse says we knew it back in the olden days, but it's just been forgotten till a while ago.
Our elders taught us all kinds of things about being pregnant. Being pregnant is a time of change from being a girl to being a woman. And for her to have a good baby, she has to live right. She's got to take care of what she eats, no smoking, never any drinking. She should not get mad because everything she does goes to the baby one way or the other. Same for a man, too. When he starts to be a father, he isn't a child anymore. And he should not act like one. So your parents knew about these things. Look how healthy you are.
Ah, geez, I almost forgot. John and Louis. We're supposed to be going out with them.
You go, I'll stay here. We'll just tell them that I'm not feeling all that great, okay?
Think we should tell them?
Sure.
Hi, Bill.
Hi.
Bill.
Hi,
Hey,
Bill.
oh.
Hey, hi,
John.
Mary.
Hello, gang.
Hi.
Ready to go?
Sure are. Except it'll just be me. Mary ain't feeling all that great.
I think we should tell them why, don't you, Bill?
Hey, yeah, guess what, everybody? I'm gonna be a father.
Hey, that's right.
So I guess that makes you the mother,
Oh,
right?
yes.
I guess that means Bill buys first round, right?
I guess so.
Hey, bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, see you later.
Yeah, have a nice time.
Yeah,
Bye.
okay, bye.
Don't be too late. Bill, did you forget something?
Almost.
Aren't they waiting for you?
Nope, I told them to go ahead. I joined them with you in a few months from now. Hope the beer don't go skunky.
So, is there anything else, Ma? Anything we've forgotten?
No, you've got the list. Drive with care.
Don't worry.
Yeah, we have an extra passenger now.
So you had a party, you didn't invite me, eh?
We didn't have a party, but we sure do have something to celebrate.
Like what?
We're pregnant.
Both of you?
No.